Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing a Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong micro figure or minifigure, I don't know. Long story short, let's give you a bit of a context. 2 years ago, around the fall, I made this video where I covered almost every single minifigure that was made for the Godzilla vs. Kong Playmates line. They even released them all in a huge wholesale pack. But there was one I was missing when I got them. I was missing this sucker here, the Skullcrawler. And almost 2 years later, I have finally acquired it. And that is what we're going to do today. We are going to take a look at the last missing micro figure from the Godzilla vs. Kong line. This is the Skullcrawler. Let's get right to it. Let's finally get this figure out of its package. Boom. There you go. In case you missed what it looks like in the back, there you go. Skullcrawler Excellente. Let's get this open. Here it is, and I know I should really adjust the camera so you could see it a lot better, but I have another thing I want to compare this micro figure to. But that's about it. Detail-wise, you're not gonna get a lot of it. There's no eye. You can just see the Skullcrawler skull bit on its head, and wow, it is really hard for the camera to pick this up. This is actually incredible. There we go. And I'm doing as best as I can, but you should be able to see what it looks like. It's very plain, which honestly, I'm not surprised. We have a little bit of yellow. That's a pretty nice detail. And overall, the Skullcrawler being bred from Apex has a little bit of red over it, but the yellow is a bit new. I don't recall seeing a yellow. There you go, that is the underside. Nothing too much, there is a product code up there. No posability, none of that of course. Being a micro figure, if I put it on the table, you can just see how small it is and how hard it is for the camera to pick it up because it's such a small item. But if we compare that to the regular 6-inch Skullcrawler, wow, look at that. Big difference. Obviously, the 6-inch Skullcrawler is a lot more detailed and a lot more sophisticated with a lot more articulation and posability, but that is because this is a fully fledged toy. Obviously, I'm comparing apples to oranges here with the big 6-inch figure because obviously there's a lot more detail, playability, and posability, and a lot more space for them to actually paint the color. But I'm surprised they didn't do the red on the big one compared to the small one. But obviously the micro figure, I don't really classify the micro figure as a toy anyways because of just simply how small this is. Just look at this thing. This thing is incredibly small and I don't see it being a toy, but it's a pretty good collectible, we'll say that. But obviously we're comparing this to the big one, so that's a bit of a hindsight of a comparison, but that's about it. It's like I'm holding a little baby lizard or something. But I'll give this out of 7 out of 10. It's good enough for a micro figure. So if you want to see the rest of the micro figure sets that I filmed back in 2021, you should see the video up right now. It should be right up here in the corner. You should just click on it to be able to see it, or go on the end screen, or click in the link in the description. But for now, that's it for this Playmates review. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.